What's up guys, this is the HaloDr here. I hope you're doing really well. This video today is going to be all about analysis, how to analyse your own gameplay, looking at what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, where you tend to die, where you tend to get your kills, and why. So as an example of how to analyse your own gameplay, my friend Scott very kindly sent me some gameplay of his to tear apart. So we'll be using this, and I'll get the numbers up at the end, and it will show you guys where Scott needs to most improve. And I hope that some of these tips will help you. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. So this is Scott, GilkeMasterFunk, Humble, on Coliseum. Let's find him. There he is, cheeky blighter. Okay, so he goes straight for snipe from the off. Throws a nade, gets some damage. Looks amazed, looks top cat. Gets some damage down on the guy top cat. And now he's beginning to tunnel vision a bit, and he's unaware that there's 4 red players around the snipe area. He gets a close range kill, he dies close range. But his problem there was tunnel visioning and overextending, desperating the snipe, not being aware of the people around him. But if a teammate of his had called out, oh, there's no one gone rockets or bridge, he'd have known all 4 would have been sniped. He actually gets a kill there mid-range, shots on a guy who fell off the map. How embarrassing. Scott looks to help his teammate there, doesn't need to. Shots happening off to the right. Scott doesn't actually notice these initially. Now he turns around. Really important to use your headset, guys. Listen for where the fight's happening. Oh, I want to pause it there actually. That's a medium range death there that's happened to Scott. So right here he gets sandwiched by the red team. And what you'll notice is Scott just jumped up somewhere where his teammate died. If we do that, it's likely that we'll get shot as well. So top cat's normally a great position to be. It's a power position. However, a teammate of his has just died up there. They don't have control of the areas around the top catwalk S3. So for Scott to jump up there, I'd say he was a bit isolated and overextended, and it was a bit premature. So in this case, it was maybe just a bit of unawareness and bad positioning about where the enemy are. Okay, so let's carry on. I think these tips will really help you if you're solo queue, by the way, if you're looking to be a team player and keep grinding away and getting the wins. Good awareness and shots there from Scott. He's kind of isolated here, but it's good position. Gets a medium to long range kill there. That's good. Okay, so they're spawning red and he's pushing in red. This is good. Maybe just a bit speedy there. That's a close range kill. Death that happened to Scott. Maybe just a bit of unawareness there, I'd say, of how close the enemy were to him. Okay, so shots happening to Scott's left, but he doesn't look that way. He looks over to Rockets. It's not a bad thing. Rockets are about to come up. His teammates aren't helping him. Scott puts some mid-range shots in. The guy goes for some cheeky clambers. Scott sneaking around. This is good. This is good sneaky work. But doesn't check his angles, so he he's not aware of the opposition shooting him in the back there, and he dies from a medium range. And the enemy get away with rockets. So Scott's isolated again over here. Oh, I also wanted to note about when Scott dies and gets kills. Is he with his team? Is he solo? Just want to point that out. So here we go. Scott. He's not really with his team, and he gets rocketed. It's a mid-range death there. Reds were all around the area. So maybe just not with team enough from spawn there on that last. We spawned in the same place as last time. Knows that there's a rocket guy around. Goes to cave. Burns his thrust. Sees the guy oven. Good shots. Really good shots from Scott there. So that is a medium range kill and great shots. And that's actually solo as well, no help from team at all, so very well done from Scott there. But because he's solo, someone gets an easy cleanup on him, and that's a close range death. So went up. Scott goes back to the same location, trying to push for snipe. Not with his team right now, but complementary angles. Another brilliant shots from Scott. The guy's got a good shot, you've got to give him that. And that's another medium range kill for him. Oh, wow, that's a long-range death there. Just snipe from bridge. I make this mistake a lot as well. I sprint up onto bridge when, if there's someone who's got sniped there, you know that he knows that the enemy's got sniped as well, by the way. He just saw them nab it and he didn't kill the sniper. So to sprint up onto bridge like this, it's so hard to get back into cover. I'm trying to get in the habit of just peeking the angle first onto bridge, because once you get up there, you're in like a gauntlet of death if they've got the sniper. You know what I mean? So that's a long range death for Scott. Let's see where he goes now. So he spawns red cave. What's happening here? There's a fight in cave. He hears that. He throws a grenade. That's good, but maybe a bit more urgency in supporting. Patiently waits, sees the guy BR there, doesn't get the shots off. Unlucky. The guy, that was really good movement and escape from that guy. Scott now takes a power position. This is a good position. Still, he's tunnel visioned after that guy though. Yeah, and because he tunnel visioned that guy who escaped there, he wasn't aware of his back. So it was an overextension there. And he was solo as well. Another solo death. You'll notice a pattern with solo deaths. Guy red cave, couple shots in Scott, and then runs the other way. Scott comes back to help his team here, with his team, unaware of the guy just there. Good shots though, good shots, but does die. So he gets another medium range kill, but dies medium range 2, gets a clean up, and gets cleaned up. He is with his team in that case. So you'll notice that there's a little bit more to and fro, although... Yes, they are 3 dead right now, so... Red team have taken quite a convincing lead here, actually. The red team are kind of blue and top mid. Scott goes elbows. It's a good angle. It's a good position if he knows where the reds are. Goes in to put flanking kind of damage in here. Great medium range kill cleanup there. Really nice. And pushes this guy. Lovely. Great like double kill there. Another medium range kill for Scott. Both of those were solo. But I'd say the first one he was working with team shots, so it was a team and a solo kill. Again, helps his teammate out here. Is someone going to help him? Yeah, doesn't realise that the guy died. His teammate's on flag there, but gets killed. Scott kind of goes into a bit of a dead end here. And then he dies. He was solo. And that was probably the problem there. But it was difficult to get out of that dead end and get to your team. So another medium range death. Scott tries to put some long range damage down. Very good long range kill there, really nice. But maybe doesn't realise that his team over at red are getting shot. So just a bit of awareness there. Would have been good. Beneficial. Good movement, but leaves his back exposed. Good shots again. He's got a good shot. The guy's got a great shot. With team here. Oh, very close. Doesn't push out here. Backs off to team. That's good. That's good. Some more shots down. Lives. Keeps living. Really trying hard to live here. Got good damage in that section. Didn't get a kill out of it, but that's okay, because teammates did. It's good. Alright, so his team, the blue team, they're owning snipe side right now. That's another load of good shots from Scott with team as well. Gets damage, backs off. This is a good position to be. You can't be naded when you're here, pretty much. It's good. Can't quite get the clean up there. Unaware of the guy blue, but this is good hiding. Is he going to get naded out? Yes. Yes, he is. So that's a medium range death. Not solo, but just to get the clean up quite quick enough in this case. So spawned with team elbow. They've closed the gap now, down to 5 kills. This is good. There's a good spell of damage and map control from blue there. So one problem that I'd like to highlight there is that when Scott saw that guy on Blue BR and maybe you do this too, I know I'm guilty of it sometimes, is the first thing he did is he threw a nade rather than putting the shots in, because he thought that the guy wouldn't be aware of him, the nade would bounce off the wall, maybe hit his feet, explode, and then Scott could get like the bang, the one shot headshot. Nade shot. That medal. But what's the best case in this? What's the best thing to do in this scenario? It's just use your pistol. Use your pistol. The nades are a last resort. Nades are for pre-nading around corners, trying to get pre-battle damage. But if you can see someone, try not to use your grenades. Try to use your pistol. That's more likely, I'd say, to get you the kill faster. Because the guy perfected Scott there. There's nothing Scott could do. He was in a bad position as well, and he was solo too. So. Okay, so it's 3 kills in it now. It's close. Sees the guys, long range, teaming together here. Nades top cat, gets shot from bridge. That was better in terms of like positioning self on bridge, not overcommitting. Overcommits there though. It's hard to escape when you're out of the front of bridge there. So he was a bit of overextension there, and a bit of tunnel visioning. And now the red team kind of collapsed on blues, and they've increased the lead to 4. So back down to 3 again. Sunlight had the snipe. Okay, so Scott now is on the flank. Guy top cat. Now's the time to begin pushing if someone's up there. Gets naded. He goes for the sticky. Something I know about Scott is he loves a blueberry, but again, Scott led with the grenade there, rather than with the pistol. He was also solo. Pre-nades, red maze, that's good. Pre-nades, red silver. Gets a couple shots down, and gets a clean up with team there, and a mid-range kill. Let's give you some cover. Can you get naded out, or not? Very, very good living from him there. Again, just good shots, but it's too late. So that is the game, guys. Let's pause it there. So Scott goes 11 and 14. Most of Scott's kills there were medium range. Most of Scott's deaths were medium to close range, I would say. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish looking at the video there, and I'm going to put up the spreadsheet for us to see. And I want you to have a look at the breakdown of the times that he dies when he's with team, opposed to when he's on his own, and kind of the kill death ratio to solo and with team. And then what I haven't told you guys is I've seen this game already. I've seen 4 others of Scott's games too, and I've got a spreadsheet with all of the information, and it's quite a nice looking spreadsheet actually, if I say so myself. I do love a spreadsheet, and it's a breakdown of where he's died and how he's died, so that I can give Scott tips of where he needs to work on. But the thing is, guys, you can do this too with your own game. You can look at your own game, figure out where you died, and how you died, where you got your kills, and how you got your kills, so you know what you need to work on in your game. So if you begin to do this, I really believe that you will see progression in terms of rank. You might not see your KDA massively improve, but what you will see is that you'll begin to work more as a team player. You might not get like 20 bombs, 30 bombs, but I think, and what I believe, that you'll continually grind up the ranks. After I began doing this with myself, I've begun to see myself winning like 9 out of 10 Slayer games. And I'm not going positive every game, but I am winning a lot more games because I'm understanding how I work better. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's cut to the spreadsheet. Alright guys, so here's the spreadsheet of dreams. Look at it. Oh, glorious. So what we've got here, we've got all our categories on the left hand side and the maps along the top. So here we've got kills, and then we're going to work the bottom's death. We've got close range, medium, long, and then we've got like good shots, clean up kills, god nade kills, power weapon kills, power up kills, good positioning kills, kills you got with your team, and kills you got solo. And deaths it's pretty much the same, except you've got things like unawareness, overextending and isolated, tunnel vision, escape problems. So that might be a movement problem. Should you have escaped when you didn't? Did you try and do some kind of movement that wasn't executed properly? Or was it the wrong escape? Did you thrust right when you should have thrusted left into cover? That kind of thing. So to start off with, just going to look at the Collie Slayer game that we covered in the gameplay. So it's here, it's the right handmost column, just to the left of the overall. And you'll see Scott got 1 close range kill. That was right at the start that we saw. 9 medium range and 1 long range. And in terms of death, Scott had 4 close range deaths, 9 medium range deaths, and 1 long range death. So he went negative, and it was mostly on the close range front. So let's start with the positive stuff. Scott's got a good shot. Okay, so he got 6 of his kills in that game out of his 11 were because his shot was good. It was either a 1v1 or just good shots in the cleanup. 5 of his kills were cleanups. He had 2 God Nade kills. 6 kills were kind of from a position that was really good, a power position. And, oh, I've done some wrong maths there. 6 plus 4 should be probably a 7 plus 4. With team, 7 of his kills were with his team, and 4 of his kills were solo. So you can see already the proportion of kills you get when you're with a team is higher than when you're solo. We'll go over to the deaths. So 11 of Scott's deaths were because of unawareness. That's 11 out of 14. So again, I think I've done the math slightly wrong there. Never been a mathematician. I'm roughly right though, so don't be too harsh. 8 were due to overextending, and a lot of these are like kind of coupled together. The overextending was probably coupled with isolation, so Scott was isolated 7 times. Bad positioning 6, tunnel vision 5, escape problem 8. 2 of his deaths were when he was with his team, whereas 12 of his deaths were when he was somewhere on the map solo, not being supported or not doing the supporting. And why I picked Collie is because I believe it kind of gave the most accurate representation of all the maps there of Scott's playstyle. Now Scott's got a good shot. Okay, so that's great. So you can see here a lot of Scott's kills come from just good shots and you know, winning 1v1s. He wins 1v1s. He's got a good shot on him, and a lot of his kills come from good positioning. But I want to, before I get onto the solo and team bit, so let's look at the contrast between the close, medium, long range kills and deaths. 21, 64, 2 for kills. 22, 46, 2. Okay, so close range, Scott pretty much trades off. You probably do too, unless you're one of those close range aggressive players who like to play with shotguns and melee weapons like swords. Scott actually has way more kills than deaths medium range. Medium range looks like it is Scott's ballpark, like ball game. He's good medium range, he's got a good shot on him. Long range, he doesn't really attempt the kills that much long range by the look of it. But equally, he's fairly safe long range by the look of it too. So medium range is Scott's, where Scott wants to be focusing on. A lot of his kills are cleanup, and he gets them with team. I mean, look at this. With team, he gets 58 kills in those 5 games. When he's solo, he dies 50 times. So being on his own nearly negates all the team kills he gets. So you can see here the huge importance of trying to not be solo in Halo. Particularly when you're solo queuing, you want to be working alongside your team, with your team, and that's what I'd say to Scott. Some problems that stood out to me in terms of kills actually was Scott's not going for the power weapons. Maybe you're not too. Are you grabbing them? Sometimes, yeah, you want to support your team to grab them, but sometimes you've got to take them as well, and be the guy pressurizing the power weapons. Most of Scott's deaths come from just when he's solo, right? That plays a big part, but other huge parts are just overextending and unawareness. So unawareness is just not checking your angles, checking your corners, and pre-aiming, maybe not pre-aiming. And overextension is when you're on your own and you're maybe being too aggressive. So, for example, let's go for Colosseum. Your team are just spawning up in blue, but you're top cat and you're already pushing the red base where you know the enemy are without the backup of your team. That would be an example of an overextension. So a lot of Scott's deaths come from overextending. Yeah, and a lot from escape problems actually as well. And I break that down more fully in my other more geeky Excel spreadsheet. There wasn't enough space on this nice looking one to explain that more fully. I would say that escape problems come from things with Scott mostly, like just either not escaping or yeah, it's not that big a deal for Scott actually if I were to break it down more. But basically guys, this is one way that I've used of breaking down my own gameplay and breaking down other people's gameplays, helping them to know where they need to improve, what they can specifically focus on in Slayer, in Arena, to be able to go up the ranks and get to the next level up. So with Scott, I'd say, Scott, you want to stick with your team. You want to make sure that you're checking your angles, pre-aiming right. Don't overextend, and that often comes from being solo as well. And focus on being with the team. Focus on those good positions, getting those cleanup kills. That's the player you are. We can see here. So that's all for today, guys. If you are interested in me helping you to analyze your gameplay, get in touch. If you like this video, you like some concepts of this video, please hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, really helps. Subscribe. If you've got any comments or questions, anything to add, please comment down below. That'd be great. It'd be lovely to hear from you. But yeah, going to have more videos in this series. Just want to do general tips for Halo 5, some movement tips, how to work in a team tips, all sorts. They're going to all be coming your way. So yeah, watch this space, guys. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you soon. Peace out. Bye.